Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. Yo, I got a special guest here with us today, and we're going to get right into it right after this, you guys. Stay tuned. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I used to be bald and that this product magically brought my hairline and my hair back. It's not one of those commercials. This is a commercial for Lady K Growth Promote. Man, it works. It's all natural. It's done in-house, black-owned company with a hair stylist that has more than 10 plus years under her belt. She takes it serious, and it definitely works, and it feels amazing. Welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. Like I said, got a special guest here with us today. He is a phenomenal artist. He goes by the name of BrandonR. He doesn't need an introduction, but we definitely going to give him his introduction, his flowers, you know, because that's what we do on our show. So let me jump right into it. Bear with me. He's an artist. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and admit him in here, and then we'll jump right into that introduction. All right, cool. All right, so let's jump right back into it. He's an artist that is shaking up the R&B genre as a whole and continues to show why every artist should have their eyes open. You know, he has such a unique sound and a blast of energy, but at the same time, you give that smooth cadence and that smooth sound that, you know, keeps people listening song after song that I've listened to, I've enjoyed. I could definitely tell the growth from a year ago that you have the song on YouTube. I could definitely tell the growth. So from the song that you just dropped those days, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you guys, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you all to the one and only BrandonR, man. How we doing today?
What's good, man? I'm doing great. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Word. That's the best way to be living for sure. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, where you come from. You know, where you were raised, and you know, when did you get that bug for music?
Man, I grew up in well, from Alabama. I'm from a small town. Truthfully, I'm from a small town called Bynum. It's like three little towns in one pretty much. You got Bynum, you got Easterboga, and every time I say it to somebody, they're like, "What the hell is this country?" Like, you know. But technically, I'll say that I'm from Anniston. When anyone from out of state asks, because that's what it was. But yeah, I grew up here, man. And as far as music, my love for music, I've had it for a long time, and my family, you know, I grew up watching my grandmother sing in church. You know, they used to go to, they used to have gospel groups, and they would travel and things like that. And I used to be there, and I used to see that. And my mother used to sing in the choir, and my brother put me on a lot of classics coming up. You know, when we were because we're 10 years apart. So when I was younger, I was listening to like from AZ to Jay-Z at like 6, 7 years old. And Goody Mob, Outkast, you know, so really it just really sprung from that. But I actually started doing music later on in my lifetime, like truly. So
Got you. And what age, you know, did you start doing music from? You know, when did you start? When did you make that transition as becoming a listener, or maybe just writing a couple of things down to actually recording your first song?
I say, man, I had to be about like 20. I think I was about 25 or 26. Because my buddy, it's a lot of cats around my area, man, that does music and has actually gotten some names known as far as producing and artists and all that. So, but he made music himself, and he had a nice studio, and I was like, man, I gotta try to get on something. Like, people have been telling me, you know, I gotta start somewhere. So
yeah.
I forgot, it was more of a rap track, and I I didn't really know. My hardest thing was like I didn't really know how to come on a track. Like I didn't know what I should sing. So it was, and it honestly it wasn't bad. I remember the first beat I got. It was kind of like a Big Crit type beat. He's one of my favorite little rap artists for sure.
Right.
And so I had guys this little sound like that, and I did my thing. You know, it was it's okay. I sit back and laugh when I hear it. It was really not a bad track. But yeah, that was like my first time like dabbing into it. But I didn't do it till like it took to me about 2 years to like pick up and truly start when I found my sound.
Got you. Got you. And we'll touch on that some more, but to go back on, talking about when you got the bug in your family and your inspiration, so what was like coming from a small town, you said, I'm pretty sure church was a big thing being in a small town. So you got got the gospel in you, you were getting a rap. What was the first song that made you like more R&B that made you like gravitate towards R&B?
Oh man. I'm
Or
not gonna
artists?
even I'm not gonna even I mean it's a lot of songs. I'm not gonna even specifically say a song, man, but like I grew up like as far as I still have memories like when my mother used to she used to take me to school every morning. And they used to stay. I mean, if you were black, if you're black and live in this era, most of the time you was listening to 98.7, with Tom Joyner radio.
Yeah.
Like, so that was my shit. So I remember I used to always hear, man, from it'd be Tony from Avant.
All
It
the
was
old
really,
school
yeah,
jams.
all the
Yeah.
old school jams, man. Like
All right.
that was the life for real.
Word. Nah, I completely understand because that's all I heard. Whether you was outside playing and the parents was blasting the music, whether it was cookouts, whether it was early in the morning, getting up, ready, going to school on the weekends, like you always heard certain songs, and it was always them old school songs, and they those are the songs that stick with us. You hear one
Yeah.
of those songs and you like it automatically clicks and it reminds you of a pastime. So where do you get your inspiration for your music to have that impact, or is that your ambition to have for your songs to have that impact on people?
Um, as far as just the inspiration, I just I can just say it just comes from to me it just comes from overall it just comes from within. And I use a lot of things as inspiration though. Like when I listen to music, man, like just any sound, like certain sounds just give me chills, man. And I wanted to be able to bring that for myself unto people, like into people. Like I was like, I can do this. And I could just say a lot of things is a lot of inspirations to me. Like I mean, my parents have been always been there for me, and my brother, and it's a great support and cast, which they really didn't expect me doing music like that. So that's why I say the inspiration probably just mostly just comes from just from hearing a lot of what I was saying earlier, R&B artists and things. Like when I like listen, man, I just get those chills, and I'm like, man, I can do this. Like I want to give that same feeling to people, and that's where like my inspiration comes from.
Got you. Now, are your songs based on some past events, or are they more of a storytelling? You're just coming up with it and hoping some people relate to it, or is some of the stories personal?
I mean, I say both. I definitely say both. A lot of it, like let's see, my first is like that was called Long Lost Life, and it was an EP. And I would say that was pretty personal. Like, but the way I make music though, it's just like I wanna do some. Most of the things I know people are gonna relate, and it just and it's personal to me, but I know other people is gonna relate to it too. But there may be other tracks as well that it may not so personally be about me, but I know someone's gonna relate to it,
For
if
sure.
that makes sense. But yeah, most of my tracks, man, definitely I will say have some type of personal feel, I will say.
Got you. Now that's the best way to go about it. You get that right recipe. You got to have some storytelling in there and
Yeah,
have some personal. That way people
yeah,
can relate to it. And not because I know when I first started doing music, it was all personal. I mean, super personal. Like if you were in the
Yeah.
family, like you probably wouldn't be able to relate to it. It was so personal. But
Right.
then, you know, I had to realize, you know, you got to cater to other people's, you know, lives in a way. That way they can connect to the music a lot more. So, so when you first started making music, well, when you first recorded your first song, you said you had you had an influence of rap in there, but you decided to go more R&B. What was that? What was the factor that made you stick with R&B and not go towards, you know, rap? Because your brother was giving it to you, and so
Uh, it's crazy. I mean, really, I mean, I've always been a type. I mean, I used to always sing and stuff. You know, a lot of people hear me sing, so I didn't never rule that out. But I was really trying to find myself, man, because as I'm trying to see was that my first track because I know I had a couple that I don't even consider as me starting as I really started my path towards music for real. That was just me dabbling in it for real. So
gotcha.
and I kept trying to like it's funny because I would go out a lot. So I kept trying to get this sound of like of what was going on, like because I mean I know I used to go to Atlanta a lot because it's not far from where I stay. So I was hearing all the trap stuff, and I'm like, maybe I should you know, throw some of my
Uh-huh.
vibe in with this. And I'm like, no, this shit ain't working. I was like, this shit whack. So so I
No, I
kind of just
completely
decided.
understand, man. I completely. You definitely go through that part in the journey where you like start hearing different sounds and try to mix it with yours in order to, you know, to cater to what's going on right now, what's popular. But then you know come to a conclusion like this is not me and it's not working.
Yeah, for real. And I just really decided to my first track, that's what I call it, my first official track. It's on my EP, it's called On My Way. And I remember before I started, because I think I started like the fall, about September or so, but the summer. I was just depressed and I was going through what I was working in Arizona and I had came back and so I just started getting down. I really want to work in, and I'm just like, man, I gotta do this, get my mind off things, and I'm gonna focus just on being smooth. Just be
Yeah.
smooth, be in my voice, and like, and then I remember my first time I did it. I'm like, damn, this shit is straight. And my friend was like, yeah, I like this. So after that, you know, I just started. I didn't want to stop.
Yeah, focused on what you know, what you found. You found that gym and you found your sound. So now that's special. A lot of people it take a long time to find that sound for them. I
Right.
mean, it
Oh
took
yeah.
me quite a while. So man, that's super special. Let's see here. So since then, you know, starting your journey till now, you know, you've done shows. I'm pretty sure you've done shows. You have
No, I
had you
actually
haven't
haven't. I haven't
no?
got to do any shows yet.
Oh
Nope.
wow. Oh man, I
Um,
know you're excited to get out there.
yeah, man. It's actually when stuff was about to start coming along, that's when Corona hit, and which is cool. I'm still, I'm ready for it. And
Indeed.
just wait for that time. I got some things in store, so man, my manager and and my team, we got some things in store. So we'll have that going soon for sure.
Man, this black owned company, Leafly, they make some strong toilet paper, man. I had to show them this. It's biodegradable, no chemicals. And I'm rocking with it. Leafly. Indeed, I already know you're happy and excited to, you know, perform some of them songs.
Oh yeah.
So talking about your team, you know, from going from being independent, you know, just starting out writing your songs, getting in the studio for the first time to actually, you know, forming the team and having the team to help, you know, push this dream that you have. What is that like? What's the team like right now? If you can give some names, you know, and you know, elaborate on your team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, basically, man, it's like I still see myself as an independent artist. Like, it was a guy from school. He was some years older than me, and he was a DJ around the local areas. And we was always cool. It was always love every time we met up. And he kind of started to come up with like it's like a it's a company. The main thing they're called a booking group, and what they focus on is getting pretty much getting you bookings, straight to the point. Getting you
Yeah.
bookings and sponsors and stuff like that. And then he reached out to me and was like, hey, blase, I like his stuff, man. And and he always knew who I was, like I know his family knows mine, it's all,
Oh, yeah.
it's all love, man. And he's got a vision, and people and people really respect it. And hell, I respect it. Like, and all of us is coming together. Me and my friend and I, he's an influencer. He's on my track those days. And so we all been talking, and it's definitely a lot of things coming together and in the works. He's got a really dope space, and like I'm excited, man. I'm excited that he believes in me, and he's a really good guy. He's about his business, and so me, him, and some other guys, and we got a lot of other people involved too. So it's all about seeing the vision, and everybody coming together as a collective, and of course everyone wants their bread, but you got to get the goal first,
Indeed.
and so yeah, so that's what we're about. It's called the Booking Group, and you can check them out on there. It's at the Booking Group on there. I tag them all the time on my posts. So
Nah, man, that's special. I mean, to have some people behind you that actually believe in your goals is something special. A lot of people
oh, for
do just
sure.
come around for it because they see you as as a money maker, or the opportunity to make some money off of you. So to have people in your corner that actually believe in what you're doing, man, that's super special. And shout out to them for sure. Definitely got
Yeah,
to
for sure.
keep pushing you. Let's see here. So this section of the show is explain those pictures. I got a couple pictures here. I'm gonna put them up here, and you just give us a little background details on them. And let's see here. So the first one is, all right, let's see if it pops up for us. So that's the first one.
Oh yeah, that was I was just at the beach, man, just really enjoying my time. I see myself as and you may can hear it in my music. I see myself as a pretty spiritual person overall. So that was just taking my time just to really enjoy like that, just that presence that I had out there. And it's just me and my lady for real.
Or nah, you gotta have those times where you get to relax, get away from
Oh yeah.
all the stuff that's going on, even work and music and all that. Sometimes you need a time to, and space to relax and to come across some new new adventures and new things. That way you can have new stuff to talk about. And then the
Oh,
second picture
exactly.
is this picture, and give us a little details about this.
Oh yeah, man. I really got it. I was really trying to get into my usher bag right then.
I see.
Yeah. But yeah, that was actually the song is called Understanding. And this thing makes me think of me and my guy Pierre Shot. He shoots all my videos. We always have a nice vibe together anytime we shoot. So yeah, that was nice, man. I enjoyed that.
Word. Nah, that's cool. All right, cool. And now the next section is just a little fun as well. Couple questions. Um, what gives you the best feeling? And because you said you haven't performed yet, but what are you more excited about? Recording your next song or performing one of your newest songs that you have?
Oh yeah, I had seen that earlier when you sent that. I was thinking, I'm like, man, it stuck me. I would say, man, like I'm excited. I'm honestly right now, I'm excited to perform. But I will still say because continuously there's nothing like me making a new song. Like I get goosebumps every time. I actually got one I'm working on now I feel like it's gonna be cool. So yeah, it's I would say performing, but man, it ain't nothing like just creating. Like just the feeling when I create and I know it's gonna be tight. Like when I
Yeah.
made those days, that's why my son inspired it. And I was just playing it. I was in the room just cleaning up, and he was in his little swing. He's 7 months old, and I was just blasting those days. But it was loud as hell, and he's just in there sleep, having a good time. And I was like, oh yeah, let me put this together. And I was singing it, and then done those days, and then he started rocking with me, and I'm like, okay, this shit, yeah, it's
Gotcha.
like this is it. And so after that, I went and laid it down. I got my guy, and the thing is, I just like, when you create, it's just the vision. Like when I knew people would like it. And so when you see people show you love and you see it in your head, like it's just, it's just a real feeling for real, man.
Yeah, I mean it's magic, man. It's magic when you
Yeah,
when you first hear the beat and you like, yo, I got something for this. And then when the stuff starts coming together, the words start coming together, and you got your first line, then
right.
after that it just takes off. And then when you do record it and you actually get to hear it after, and you're like, this is what I expected. Or sometimes it's even better. So man, I completely understand, man.
Yeah.
It's magic for sure. The next question: would you rather be loved or feared?
Uh, I would say, man, man, I can say I'd rather be loved. I will say, man, because when I see, fear, there's nothing wrong with always being feared because I feel like when people fear you, they're gonna always give you some type of like a they'll show you respect, but is the respect more out of a scare thing,
Yeah,
So I will say, I mean, I'd rather be loved personally.
indeed, indeed, man. It's always better to get love for sure. Because if they love you, they gonna respect you no matter what. So
Right, right.
if they fear you, they just waiting for you to mess up, and then
Yes, yes,
then
so
they
they can
switching
shit
on
on
you.
me.
Yeah, they gonna be. I knew it. I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't nothing. I told y'all for sure,
Right.
man. For sure. Let's see here. So we talked a little bit about it, with as far as performing, you were looking to perform, and a lot of things, like a lot of people in the entertainment industry had a lot of things planned. What were was there something that you've had to go back and touch up on since you've had this free time to to plan a little more and uh you know finalize a couple ideas? Maybe it's choreography or anything else. Like, what have you went back and touched up on during these times, or started?
Um, just really, man, I just try to touch up on tracks, man, that I have. There's a lot of stuff that I've just had in the works, man, and that's basically been the main part. I thought I was gonna actually have some shows. I had signed well, it was a distribution deal. I ain't gonna say buddy's name or whatnot, but it didn't it didn't fit right. It was supposed to be a distribution deal with Universal Music Group, with
Gotcha.
independent company who had partnered with them. So that didn't really work like that. But overall, I can say that.
And we talked a little bit about the song. The inspiration was from a lot of inspiration was from being at the house with your son. Tell us a little more about the song. Did you have you said there is one more person that is on the song. Tell us a little bit more about how it came together, how you decided, and when you decided to put that person on the song, and what are some of the future things that we'll be seeing from this single.
And you saying who was on the song?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's my guy Simply Dave, man. He was actually on he was my first feature. He was on my EP. Me and him done known each other since we were kids, man. And he's really talented. He's literally he's a content creator, which he's booming right now, influencer wise. And he's landing all types of deals. He's a musician. He makes, of course, he's a songwriter. He raps, and then he plays the drums as well. Like he just does all kinds of things. So me and him always had that connection. And I know he probably used to look at it, man, like, man, this is bull. Like this is just talking bullshit. I would tell him, like, man, we got to make some type of group, man. But what I like about my Dave, my guy, he really about the action, because he wouldn't knock what I was saying, but I think he just wanted me to like to make things happen, and
Yeah,
then he'll
yeah. Put
believe.
the
So once
action
I
in.
start, yeah, so once I started doing it, and he was like, oh yeah, okay, so he doesn't get to do music as much, so that's where I come into play. This is my focus. So whenever whenever he's not writing or anything like that, which he really don't have that much time, I'll just be like, hey, you got a feature, and he's talented enough to just jump in. And so, every track we've made, like we got 3 together as far as that we put out, and it's definitely people love what he does, and I thought we accommodate each other well. And I'm just looking forward to us growing And as the fan base keeps growing, I want us to really like. I would like for us to make like a collab tape. I just really think it'd be dope. And we got some stuff we've still been working on that I want to put out, but I can't right now. But
got you. Where and is there a video coming for this single, or how are we gonna roll this one out? We have
those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out now.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's out now.
All right, and can everyone find that on YouTube? The song is on all the platforms as well, or?
Yeah, it's on all platforms. It's on YouTube. The song is on all your streaming wise, Apple, Spotify, and all those. Yeah, it's definitely up.
Word. And so is there another single that's going to come out? Is there an EP that you're working on, or is this are you just rolling out singles? How are we doing it?
Oh man, that's a good question. I'm still thinking. I really got a lot of tracks that I've made, like just looking at my just looking at my track list just on my phone. I'm like, damn, I got a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna talk to my manager and see what he thinks, because I wouldn't mind even if it's like a 3 or 4 song EP, just to give a different little look and and promote. So I'm still looking at that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I got a lot of tracks. Like I'm really still thinking of what I want to put out next, which is hard for me because I actually got a track that I'm working on now that I'm thinking like, I want to do this, and that's my problem. Like any new track, I'm like, let me shoot this shit now.
I'm completely the same.
And I gotta stop. I really gotta stop.
Hey, every new song is better than the other ones. You say, forget the other ones, let's focus on this one. And then the next one comes and you do it again. I completely understand, man.
Then I go back to it and I'm just like, man, I gotta do some of this. So I'm at the constant. I gotta slow myself down, man, because I be giving myself anxiety.
I completely understand. All right, a couple more questions for us, man. With you beginning your journey, has there been a time or times that you were like man, especially with this happen with the corona and everything going on, or before, has there been times you were like, I don't know if this is the right move for me to do as far as music, but then of course you got over it? Were there ever times like that, and how did you overcome those times?
Not during this time, as far as corona, like that. That's never really, that didn't affect me. Only time things affect me, I guess, is when I just get in my head and I'm just like, man, it's people gonna really, my engagement don't feel like it's going like it should, and then I wonder and get in my head like, is people gonna really rock with me? Am I gonna make it? What am I doing this for? And and I just keep myself grounded and just keep trying to push. And to be honest, like there's people on Instagram, they've sent me so many messages, like told me to keep doing it. Like this one kid sent me things of how I changed his life and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, damn, like they really like people really think like that, and that keeps me motivated to want to keep doing this. Honestly, man, like those messages, I love seeing stuff like that, and it shows me that I'm making some type of progress, regardless of what I may be looking at just from my Instagram page or followers or anything, something like that.
For sure. Nah, I completely understand, man. Like when as artists we put our music out there, we're really sensitive about our art, and when it's good, we want people to acknowledge it the way we expect it to be.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna come. But being patient is the hardest thing when you're an artist, man, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But since you started, what's been your biggest song or biggest accomplishment as far as being an artist thus far? It can be personal, with your craft, or what's been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Overall, man, I would say overall my biggest accomplishment, and I can't sit here and say, oh, this is just on paper. I wouldn't even say it's streams. It's just the fact, because I still see myself as a new artist, even though I started like 2 years ago. So like just for me to be able to have like fans and people really tune into what I'm saying, like that's an accomplishment to me. Like it's a blessing in itself, like that I can just with my voice, people is reaching out to me and like, hey, I really dig his stuff, and there's been people that's been on Spotify and that's heard me from Discover Weekly. before, so I thought that's cool too. So I take all those, accomplishments at the not right now. I don't never really pay attention to the streams because I mean I have some. I mean the most I've had about 18K for my that's the most overall that I had for my track Emotional. It was like my first like probably one of my first biggest singles that I've had. And so yeah, that's got about 17K, and I think I got about over 100,000 streams or so with it, which it's cool. But
Yeah, man. Big
it's about
congrats.
yeah, appreciate it. I just want the impact, you know what I'm saying? So I just want it
Nah,
to be impactful.
nah, man, that's a big congrats. You definitely can't look over them numbers for real. You definitely can't look over because there's some people that ain't got even close to that. So you definitely continuously growing. Is before we go, is there anything that we didn't touch on? Anything that you have going on? Anything that you just want to share with the people that's going to be watching this? Anything coming up? Anything?
Man, I share a little bit. It's just like me and my team we got some really good things in the works, man. I really think what we got going is gonna be, as my friend Dave would say, it's gonna be wavy, man. It's gonna be different, like especially with the pandemic going on like it is, and visually, it's just gonna be a great thing. And I don't want to tell all of it right now because I don't want to put
Yeah,
out like the idea and stuff. But you'll
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
definitely see, man. And yeah, we can do this again, and we can keep you updated for sure. Because it's definitely gonna I'm definitely keep you updated on what we're gonna do because I think it's gonna be a good thing, man. For real, it's gonna be nice.
Word. Nah, man, that's special. Definitely don't spill all the, give away all the keys and the sauce. Don't do that. But I'm definitely looking forward to, continuing to, witness you go through your journey with this music and your music career. Definitely rooting for you. And if I didn't say it before, man, big congrats on everything that you're doing. Staying true to yourself, your sound, keep going. Just keep pushing, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Music sounds great. Voice sounds great. It's unique as well. So, man, keep going. I want to say thank you on behalf of my company that I'm starting, which is dedicated just for our community and giving flowers to the people like yourself, artists, anybody that's in the industry that's actually moving the culture. So I want to say a big thanks and big salute to you, your team.
Appreciate that.
Tell them to keep pushing you, man, and keep putting positivity out there into the energy. Anytime you have anything going on, I definitely want to support it. So, like I said, and like you were saying, just shoot me an email. I mean, not email, shoot me a message on Instagram with some new material. I'll post it up on the website. The website goes live in December. So anytime you have anything going on, man, just shoot it to me. You ain't even got to tell me what it is. Just send me the link and I'll put it up there. I'll get the message. And we definitely have to do this. Nah, no problem at all. It's me just trying to do my part for our community and for other artists and people that's actually doing good towards the culture, man. So it's a blessing to see it. And like I said, man, big salute. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. We'll definitely do it again. Hey, you guys, this has been another episode of Movers of the Culture. Sitting here with BrandonR, man. Big salute to you and your team, man. Keep going.
All right, take it easy, man. Thank you.
Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture.